Demain,
20h.
Dans un instant, madame, monsieur, la suite. Et qui n'en soit. Retour sur le plateau et qui n'en soit, deuxième partie, c'est le débrief du journal, toujours en compagnie du docteur Marc-Anthony Akombon, Baristan Kamolimen, il est là également Prince Joel Mukage et Augustin Wendou. Ce qui s'est passé cet après-midi à Buea était prévisible. Vous êtes surpris par ce qui est arrivé?
In fact, I'm not surprised. But before I come to answer to that question, I want to finish the clarification I was making.
No, I'm coming. I promise.
Yes.
Let us do the brief first. Okay.
That's it. Ça m'a pas surpris. Parce que il y avait les ex-combattants qui disaient qu'ils n'étaient pas pris en charge par le gouvernement. Mais on croyait que c'était une manipulation. Aujourd'hui, cette manifestation montre que c'était vrai. Maintenant, il dit que c'est très dangereux. Parce qu'on a déjà arrivé à un moment que on croyait que les ex-combattants qui sont dans le centre devaient être comme un pont pour le reste qui sont encore dans le bus de sortir et venir. Mais s'ils parlent de malnutrition,
pour vous, ça veut dire quoi? Ça n'encourage pas les autres à sortir?
mais justement, I'm saying that it's not going to encourage the others. Because I don't know, somebody can go manipulate the ex-combatants to come to the street. If they have come to the street, it means that there is something wrong. Those who are managing the centers, what are they doing? Because everything they want to attribute to the President of the Republic, but there are people managing the center.
Donc c'est un problème de management?
It should be a management problem. It should be a management problem because government cannot create such a center without the necessary means to run such a center. I believe that the treatment that was given to the ex-fighters would have been an encouraging factor to those brothers and sisters who are still in the bushes to say, oh, come on, look, these ones are integrated. They are okay. So why should I remain in the bush? But if they are talking about malnutrition and maltreatment, I'm at a loss. So me, I'm asking myself, why this? Those who are managing the centers should be taken to task, because this is very dangerous. Cardinal Preto Pauline had come to Cameroon with two principal messages. He is a pilgrim of peace from His Holiness Pope Francis. He carried the message of reconciliation and peace. And to reconcile a people, to reconcile an embittered people, they need to be comfortable. They need to be given a minimum of confidence. Like before I finish with this, Serge, I want to say that I watched my brother speaking there from abroad. He said foreigners should not come and solve our problems. The church, a moral personality, a church personality should not be called a foreigner, because the church is universal. The Catholic Church have a long history of enriched diplomatic mission that solve conflicts in the world. Before I go, I want to say, yes, excuse me, before I go, my brother made a statement that I must correct, because I'm a Catholic and I'm a Catholic journalist. Let me tell you, the Catholic Church is hierarchical.
Je vous promis vous passer la parole. D'abord, c'est le DDR.
Okay.
Et qu'il ne soit des règles.
All right.
Promis vous passer la parole.
I will come back.
Okay. Même quand vous avez déjà fait 2 sorties de piste, j'ai tenu compte.
That's right.
Prince Joel Mukage, sur cette situation pour vous, Vous êtes surpris par ce qui arrive? Est-ce que ça renvoie, c'est une bonne image que ça renvoie aux autres centres DDR? Est-ce que ça encourage ceux qui sont en brousse à sortir?
No, to say it authoritatively, it doesn't encourage any person who is in the bush.
Qui est responsable de ce qui s'est passé aujourd'hui?
Sesh, like my brother said, is those who are managing the centers. But I believe that before we get here, you asked me a question what I'm surprised. I'm not surprised because, first of all, there are conditions. According to the United Nations, a disarmament center is a center where two conflicting parties reach an agreement. It means that there is on one hand the government and there is on one hand those who took up arms. The two meet together and said, okay, we want to drop arms and we want to go to a center. But when you look at the way through which the disarmament center or the commission was created in Cameroon, it was created via a presidential decree. It means the president sat in Yaoundé and said, I am creating the center. It failed within the laws of the United Nations. I'm not surprised that the guys are going wild today. Secondly, there is this aspect of the fact that disarmament search normally has got to do with that identifying the number of arms collected, showing those who have dropped their arms till date. We only hear figures when a minister, I will not call ministers' names, but when a minister is very polyvalent, the Cameroonians should know him. When he goes to Bamenda today, he tells you 10 have dropped their arms, they are in the center. When he goes to Boya, 20 have dropped their arms and they are in the center. The issue is, first, the image that Cameroon is selling every day. At times, Serge, when I look at things that are happening in Cameroon, I weep for my country. If we should live in a country where figures of the COVID-19 are inflated against an opponent team until investigations are done, before from 25 we come back to 2 players who have COVID-19, it is not selling Cameroon well. If we should live in a country where those who are supposedly supposed to have dropped their arms to encourage their brothers to come out. I listened to Kamwa Yani, who was heading those who dropped their arms while during the major national dialogue. I saw a young promising guy in him. I saw a repentant in him. But now, if amongst them, because he's still in Yaoundé, he's still in Boya rather, if amongst them, you see him coming to the street and saying, we are out because of hunger. I've gone to a dormitory school, Sesh. I know what it means in the dormitory. Because these guys are in a dormitory. I know what it means. If you see them coming out, it means it is accumulated anger. It's not today, it's not yesterday, it's not after yesterday. It is something that has been inside of them. And they said, okay, today let us tell the world that we are not feeling fine. The first question we should ask ourselves, what has become of the money, the budget allocated to the Faye Yengo Francis? Because he's the head of that commission. And once you head a commission like Faye Yengo...
Mais il n'est pas directeur du centre de Boya.
He is the head.
Voilà.
The head of all the commissions is Faye Yengo Francis. Now there are sub-organs. What becomes of the much money? These people run into luxurious cars. Because once you're given an office, you're given a car. Now, they run in luxurious cars. Why not use the money allocated? I want to be sure, Serge Alain, that even the President of the Republic will be taken aback to hear that those in a disarmament center took to the street because they did not have food. Even he will be shocked. That's why I'm very sure that the event that has happened today, there are some heads that will roll. There are people that will be sanctioned normally because it's but normal that somebody took money that was meant to feed these people. Okay. Till now, Serge, we were thinking that the government should have done a kind of a report where, say, for instance, Kamwa Yani, who has been there for long, they should have opened him a small workshop to tell those in the bush that, okay, while at the disarmament center, Kamwa Yani, for instance, learned tailoring, and this is his shop. So that those maybe in the bushes will say, okay, why should I continue staying in the bush when one of us who used to be with us in the bush is not only in a center, but is managing his life?
Ok. Docteur Baristan Kamwa, démobilisation, désarmement, pourquoi le R fait problème? Réinsertion.
Alain, I'll start by answering a question that you asked everybody and they said...
Wait. Est-ce que vous... Are you surprised, Baristan?
Yes.
What happened?
Yes, I am surprised.
Okay. Why?
Because, yes, I'm the lone person who is surprised. And I'm surprised because I underestimated the irresponsible attitude of the government. That's why I'm surprised. I'm surprised because I don't want to imagine that after people drop arms, you took these people into a center and they cannot feed. Alan, there is no word to describe such a behavior than saying that it is absolute irresponsibility. How do you explain it? These people, you've been chasing these people, they have been committing atrocities, and they choose to repent. You take them, you create big offices, give people money to take care, and then they come out on the street to say they are not okay. One, it can push some of them back to go back. Okay. And secondly, it discourages every other person who wanted to come and drop arms. Alan, I thought that for once we could be serious. We made the National Dialogue a comedy show, and you appear we are doing the same with this the people who've dropped arms. And that's why I tell you that I'm really serious, because I think I underestimated the degree of irresponsibility in this country. Okay. It's embarrassing.
Oui. Vous pouvez maintenant répondre à ma question. Pourquoi la réinsertion fait un problème? Parce qu'ils se plaignent, ils disent que depuis un an, combien de temps il faut pour qu'ils soient réinsérés?
Alain, ça, ce n'est même pas des questions à poser. La réponse est connue. Comment tu peux expliquer même que nous qui sommes dehors, nous n'arrivons pas à avoir lumière et l'eau pendant plusieurs jours? L'État camerounais ne réussit pas dans ses devoirs. Ça, c'est la vérité. Il y a toujours, comment dirais-je, des visions, des choses à faire. On nomme des personnes, mais la suivi dans ces pays est zéro. Qui suit les actions de ceux qui ont nommé? Et je vais vous dire, l'autre jour, j'ai compris qu'il y avait déjà une enquête ouverte pour le truc de rural electrification, n'est-ce pas? Who is heading it? Why is it that this same thing is happening to the same person who is heading the same corporations? I mean, the government does not have the wish, the desire to make Cameroonians comfortable. But believe me that I am embarrassed that even at that level, knowing how chaotic, how dangerous it could be if those people go back into the bushes, I feel really, indeed, I am short of words. Okay. And the head of state, and maybe the prime minister, because I think he follows up. The head of state might not be following up. The prime minister, I think he does, and he has an interest to see that something is done.
Okay.
Docteur,
sur cette affaire, est-ce que ce qui s'est passé cet après-midi à Buea peut avoir un impact sur le reste de la crise anglophone? Surtout, le président, depuis 2018, demande à cette jeunesse-là qui a pris les armes de déposer.
Sincerely, it can have a terrible impact. Terrible impact. Reason being that there are a lot of young people who might be because the director of the DDRO who made mention that some of them were learning trade and they were being well taken care of. With those statements, people were expecting that when these young guys step out, they should show the light of what he said. But like Barrister rightly said on this platform earlier, this nation is ruled by lies. And because lies are at the top of...
Est-ce qu'un problème d'intendance pour ça, c'est un problème d'intendance au niveau de Buea? C'est l'intendance. Ils se plaignent du traitement qui n'est pas assez. C'est un problème d'intendance. Est-ce que ce n'est pas un problème du management du centre de Buea? Est-ce que ça impacte sur...
It is having... when you have a problem from the bottom, it has a trace to the top. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And so whosoever is heading that particular commission should be the cause of the problem. If Mr. Fayongo Francis was certain that there were people learning trade, in fact the boys in the DDR camp were learning trade, he should go there to verify, to see where the money that is released into his hands goes to, how it ends. Today they were crying of hunger. They are not well taken care of. What do you think that the next person who is sitting in the bush who was planning to lay down his arms is going to do when he hears or sees such a thing? Immediately he's going to start regretting why he was even thinking of taking that decision. And so a lot of persons will stay radical. And we will come claim that everything is fine. Everything is returning to normalcy. The war has been won by the President of the Republic. There is no reason struggling to please the President of the Republic when on the ground things are not working. If those boys could be bold to leave the DDR camp and step to the streets, it means they were ready for anything. Don't forget that.
Yes.
You want to kill them, kill them. I listened and I heard one of the officials said one of them should follow them. He said nobody is going anywhere. That is to make you understand how bold they are, ready for anything that comes to them. Why? They had told them that if in case you drop your arms, we are going to, they promised them the best life. And we'll take care of you, help you to face life anew in the society. For years, some of them have been waiting for that. I think people like Kawa Yannick is since 2018.
It's been there for long.
And since 2018 till now,
3 years.
he's still there. Is he not fit to enter the? Shouldn't they release him? Some of them made mention that they feel like they are prisoners right now, because that is the treatment that is given to them. They didn't dare from what we are seeing now, it shows that they did not tell them directly that will make you prisoners.
Non, vous pouvez pas dire ça.
You see?
Est-ce que c'est la prison?
I am saying that the young people declared
Oui.
that they feel like they are still they are in prison. So from that declaration and from the fact that we understand that the DDR was created for the purpose of reintegrating them back into the society, what we are seeing does not resemble that promise that was made to them. So if you see them crying, I think it's to help solve the problem. And I want to pin something. What my brother Mukage said earlier, some heads will rule. But that is not what will solve the problem. It is necessary that they should go right to those camps, make sure that those boys are well treated, reintegrate some of them who have been there for long in the society, so that they can be proof to others that indeed they were well taken care of. But I will tell you this, it is going to create a negative impact. Many of those who were having that idea to lay their arms will find it difficult to do it.
Ok, Augustine d'abord.
Such
Avant qu'on revienne sur l'église catholique.
Such what piqued my imagination
Ouais.
is why are Cameroonians so endemic to corruption? Corruption is so endemic because you see people who had amassed wealth, and some of them don't even know what to do with, yet they still pick. Coins from the ground, money destined for the management of the DTR center is coins falling on the ground. It's like crumbs from the master's table. They are still embezzling it. Because if they are not embezzled it, why should the boys go hungry? Why should they go hungry? That is my question. My question here is that such a lane to solve this problem is not creating centers. To solve this problem, let the President of the Republic of Cameroon, who have received the Vatican Secretary of State with the message of peace and reconciliation, declares a ceasefire. There will be no centers. Because when you declare a ceasefire, you will contain your children. They will be taken care of. There will be terms. Because if not, you see these centers created still gives opportunity for people to swindle monies, to enrich themselves. The richer get richer and the poorer, keep on in plenary. It's not good. This is very, very dangerous. I am saying this. It's very, very dangerous. if these guys are on the street because they are not being taken care of, the President of the Republic should sack those who are managing the centers. In fact, and appoint those with conscience. Because I begin to ask myself, this country that had once been held as people of integrity, why have we become like people who are demonized? Vatican is coming, we should be delivered. Let Cameroonians go for conversion.
Voilà, terminez donc rapidement votre propos sur l'église.
I wanted to tell Dr. Anthony that we know the church. They don't know the church. They do not talk about the church from a philosophical point of view. The Catholic Church have the sovereign Roman Pontiff, the Holy Father, stand unopposed. He cannot say that the Holy Father appointed a cardinal et il y avait un groupe de prêtres bassins qui ont opposé. Opposé comment? Non, ce sont des mensonges. Cardinal Christian Toumi, en tant qu'évêque, n'a jamais travaillé dans les zones anglophones. Tout son épiscopal, c'est dans les zones francophones. Yagua, Garoua, Douala. Et ils sont respectés et aimés partout. Tu ne peux pas dire cela sur un plateau. Non. On connaît l'église. Vous ne connaissez pas l'église. Quand vous voulez prononcer sur l'église, il faut faire très attention. Parce que vous prenez les individus, vous attribuez ça pour l'église. Non. S'il y a un individu dans l'église catholique qui parle du contraire, ça les engage. Mais ils ne les connaissent même pas. I don't know that individual. So the church is universal. The cardinal had never been opposed. His appointment has never been opposed. When we come, we should not mislead the public. That is what I wanted to make clear.
Okay. Oui, Barista.
Yes, I just
Est-ce que la médiation de l'Église catholique peut faire
yes, but I just want to
unanimité?
make a small point of correction. I think we're being a bit too hard. He's being a bit too hard on Doctor. Doctor did not say that. Did not magnify the problem the way it is. Government. The doctor said that to him that the separation amongst them could be a reason why they're not received at the presidency. That is what he said. Indeed, he did not elaborate so much on the fact that, though he buttressed his fact later that when they sent this to the north, I think some people said something, but it is not. That was not his intention. Now, je peux répondre à la question.
Oui, allez-y. Est-ce que cette médiation de l'Église catholique peut faire l'unanimité, c'est-à-dire des deux côtés, peut être acceptée et par le gouvernement, par le pouvoir et par les séparatistes? Surtout quand on sait que le cardinal, en novembre, les 5 et 6 novembre, je crois, a été fait captif pendant des heures par les séparatistes.
Alain, celui qui ne veut pas la réconciliation au Cameroun maintenant, c'est un diable. Pour commencer. Donc, il n'y a même pas une question de savoir si ça fait l'unanimité. Oui, il n'y a même pas. Donc, ils sont venus, ça nous a dépassé de régler ces problèmes à l'interne. Et j'ai apprécié le simple fait qu'il peut quitter, venir pour voir comment on peut régler ces problèmes. Alain, je ne peux pas aller dans mon village. Je ne peux pas, il y a beaucoup des anglophones, on ne fait plus. Vous comprenez? Et nous avons échoué. L'État camerounais a échoué. D'abord de laisser que ces problèmes soient jusqu'à ces jours. Et je vais vous dire, et je répète, c'est la responsabilité du chef de l'État lui-même de veiller à ce que la paix revienne aux zones anglophones. Et je vous ai dit que pour y arriver, il faut qu'il soit humble, honnête et avoir la volonté de le faire. Et je finis en disant que la forme de cette nation doit changer pour qu'il y ait la paix. Donc, nous tous, on a besoin de cette paix.
Ok. Spirituel Mokage, l'Église catholique peut-elle être acceptée des deux côtés?
Sure, it's very possible. I will want to cite...
Déjà que le président n'a toujours pas reçu le clergé camerounais.
But I feel that there is a possibility for the Catholic Church to influence things. I will quote two things that the Cardinal from Vatican said. One, he said, dialogue is a way out of any conflict. Dialogue. It means that even the Vatican is acknowledging the fact that what held in September to October wasn't a dialogue. Dialogue is a way out of every problem. Even in the Bible, you're going to agree with me that even when the two brothers...
Est-ce que les conflits dans le monde ont été résolus après une seule rencontre, après un seul dialogue?
No. The issue we have today is that says the Anglophone crisis is long overdue, just like Met was saying. So it's not an issue again of talking about first or second meeting.
Voilà.
It is long overdue. And the second aspect he talked about, he said, all of us are responsible for peace, irrespective of how big or small we are. It means that where we are today, I just believe that Christian Cardinal to me, whom I respect a lot, is a father that I know personally and I used to visit. When he came up with the idea of the All Anglophone General Conference, it failed. He died a natural death. We also know that even at the level of education, we saw people like the bishops of Kumbu, George Nkwo. Nkwo trekked into the suburbs of Kumbu to encourage back to school. I believe that the Catholic Church, just like other churches, have given their all to see that the Anglophone crisis should end. Serge, the Anglophone crisis still today. Met has said something and it's very true. There are areas in the Northwest. When I listened to one minister said that the government has won the war against terrorism, there are areas in the Northwest that they know that for you to pass that area, the separatists are the one mounting the roadblocks. If your family member dies in Douala, in Yaoundé, in other parts, for you to take them back to the Northwest or the Southwest, they know, Yaoundé knows, that you do negotiation with those boys in the villages before the corpse can go and be buried. They know all those realities. Why go and tell lies? What has happened today at the disarmament synthesis is two messages are taken from it. One, that people are deceiving President Paul Biya about the realities in the field. If you go and tell President Paul Biya today in today that those who drop their arms took to the streets because they could not eat, he will tell you, Chuma. If you also go and tell the president that much money that has put, that people are using, like my brother Augustine put it, how do you explain the fact that people, because these coordinators of these centers are not new faces. When you call the name Fai Yengo Francis, those who went to primary school even in the 92s, in the 95s, know that name. It means that he must have amassed enough wealth for himself. I believe that the problem we have today in Cameroon is the fact that we keep doing what we call recycling. Nobody goes on retirement. Once they feel that you're old and you're packing out, the next day a commission is created, and here you are, they bring you back. If not, the Multiculturalism Commission is fine. It's Peter Mafani Mosonge. One-time Prime Minister. Why keep bringing? Is it that Cameroon doesn't have
Ancien directeur général de la CDC.
Why keep bringing new faces? So I believe that what has happened today should send a message to the president that those he has entrusted confidence into are betraying him. And he should also take to cognition. He should also recognize the fact that those statements that people go and end at Ayaba. I was in Bamenda in December. Those statements that people go and end at Up Station, where there is a governor's office. Leave the governor's office and just go down to Ayaba where they eat and go back to Yaoundé and say on a gagné la guerre contre les séparatistes. Ce sont les mensonges. Voici alors la réalité. Si les gars peuvent sortir parce qu'ils n'ont pas mangé, ça te dit beaucoup de choses. Ça vous dit que peut-être quelqu'un qui est au niveau de Manfé qui dit bon, moi je ne veux plus cette affaire, je vais sortir. Mais alors l'autre qui a déposé est en train de se plaindre parce qu'il n'a pas mangé. Quelle leçon?
Ok, merci. Rapidement, 30 secondes. Docteur, on arrive au terme de l'émission.
Yeah, Mr. Serge, it is simple that I'm certain that the Cameroon government seems to be the main cause of our various crises so far. You can't deny the fact that this is a problem that we should not have been discussing here right now. It's something that would have been dealt with in 2016. But because of the same reason where Cameroonians are not respected, not to even talk of priests like we were mentioning priests, Cameroonians are not looked upon like citizens of this country. So they are treated like dogs, some like cockroaches. Some are treated. You can give the names that I've heard before. And if you have administrators who treat Cameroonians like dogs, how do you expect that a problem that was supposed to have been handled with just a discussion, amicably sitting on the table and talking, and just listening to the people, doing what they just asked? I mean, just part of the things. Lawyers and teachers, it has become a general problem. How has it come to this point? Mismanagement, disrespect of the people. If you want me to say things, I might say things and end up in a place where I would not like. But let me be sincere.
Yes.
Cameroon government is not at all fit to solve this problem because they have tried and it's more than them.
Okay,
so
merci.
If the bishops, the Pope can step in, it is a nice thing, because I'm not looking at the Pope as from the point of the head of the Vatican. I'm looking at him as the head of the church.
Okay.
If the head of the church steps in, the head of the Roman Catholic Church steps in, I'm certain that he might be listened to.
Ok, merci.
Je
crois
que ça doit être un grand miracle pour ce pays. N'est pas raté encore. Pour réconcilier le Camerounais, que l'Église a donné à ce pays, à le dirigeant de ce pays, il doit prendre cette opportunité et ne jamais rater ce miracle de réconcilier le Camerounais et pour qu'on vive encore comme avant.
Merci. Merci, Augustine Wendou. Thank you, Dr. Makantoni. Merci à vous, Prince Joel. Thank you, Barrister, for coming.
C'est clair qu'il y a certains gens qui disent les mensonges au président. Monsieur le président, ce qui s'est passé à Boya aujourd'hui, c'est clair. C'est quand le ministre dit que tu as gagné la guerre.
Merci, on vous a compris. Le président vous a déjà suivi. Hein. Vous a même suivi quand vous parlez en anglais. Voilà. Madame, Messieurs, nous sommes donc arrivés au terme de cette édition Equinox Soir, la première de la semaine. Le rendez-vous, il est pris pour demain, 19h, pour un autre numéro Equinox Soir. Bonsoir. Bokwango.
Chaque jour, nous sommes exposés au soleil